Hello, disclaimer before we get into this video, but I recorded this yesterday. We had not gotten the actual reveal of the episode titles yet, but I am currently editing it, so I will put in the actual pictures and names of the episodes as well. But these are my thoughts prior to actually knowing what the real names were. So keep all of that in mind. Thank you guys so much and enjoy the video. Hello friends, welcome back to another video. This video I have talked about for forever and I'm finally going to do it. Technically, we didn't get all the title names, but we got the leaks and then we got we get to guess today. So this is a spoiler video. This is based off of what I know from the comics. So if you haven't read the comics and you don't want to be spoiled on what I think this season is going to be about, don't watch this. All right, great. Now that you're gone, hi people that have read the books and the comics and I'll put them on the screen on the ones that I'm talking about as I'm talking about them. I am a bit confused about certain things. I wrote this back a couple months ago on my predictions based off of not knowing the title names, and then I kind of just switched it with knowing the title names. I do have both the books here, and I have written down my thoughts. Well, I'm missing This Winter and Solitaire, but that's all right. I didn't need them to write this. My ADHD is horrible too. What was I even saying? I sat here and wrote this stuff and based off of the title guess things that we got, and then based off the leaks and all that kind of stuff. So I'll put them on the screen as I'm talking about them. This video shouldn't be too long. I'm just going to share my thoughts about the premise of each episode. I'm not going to tell you what I think everything is going to be in it, because obviously there's going to be plot lines that they've added, that they have done every season, that we don't know about, which I will at the end of all of them, going through all of them. I'm going to do things I'm excited to see maybe happen that is from the comics, or things that I'm excited to see that aren't from the comics. Just like little things that I just am excited to see if I don't talk about them in the main episodes. There's so much. I'm so excited to see a lot of things, but this is just the things that really stand out to me, or things that I'd be excited to see. Okay, so we're going to start with episode 1. We all know it's called Love. We've been told that it's called Love, which why would it not be called Love? It's the I Love You episode. So I think it's going to be the beach scene, them talking about Charlie's eating disorder, and the Paris gang being together, and then the I love you scene. I do think it's going to end with the I love you scene. I don't think every episode is going to be an hour long. That's another thing. I think that the episodes are going to be longer because they've confirmed that there's only 8 episodes by releasing this guess game, whatever. I'm going to guess the episodes are going to be longer. I don't think this one's going to be longer, just because I don't think that it needs to be, really, based off of what I'm predicting is going to be in this episode. The little opening clip that we already seen, the beach scene, them talking in the water, and then them going back to Nick's house, and then the I love you scene. Anyways, so that's what I think episode 1 is going to be about. Episode 2. Okay, so this is the picture for it, or whatever. This is the hint. It's a 4-letter word. I think it could be whole. I think it could be help. I think it could be hope. I think it could be any of those. I couldn't tell you if I missed it in there, because I just skimmed through them again. I've read them multiple times, but I just skimmed through them so I could do this. Because I often have the problem where I forget what happens in each one. I know what happens overall, but I can't remember if something happened in volume 4 or volume 5, or in Solitaire or This Winter. So This Winter's pretty straightforward. I think that one I'm pretty good at. But anyway, so home, help, hope, something like that. So I think, the I love you scene ends. Editing Kelsey here again. I'm also going to try and not have to do this 1,000 times, but now that we do have a little bit more with having the full pictures and everything, I did assume that this was Ellen Tao, but now I'm starting to think maybe Nick leaving for a holiday is in the first episode, and it's going to end with the phone call maybe, where Charlie's I have to go, and Nick's Charlie, and then it might end there. It's hard to say with how they're gonna pace things, so I don't know. But home makes me think that he should be coming home, right? But then they're not reunited till episode 3, so I'm a little confused. That's just something I was thinking about, so there's that. Okay, back to the video. on episode 1, and then we go right into Nick leaving for his holiday with his family. We know that Olivia Colman will not be in this season. I don't know, guys. I just don't believe it. Am I crazy? Am I Delulu? Am I clowning? Yeah, probably. Am I just sad because I really need her for the mental illness scene? Yeah, probably. Probably. Um, but I think because there's been so many leaks, I feel like they just like leaked it as like a lie. So there's something that people could be excited about. Like, yeah. Yeah, because a bunch of casting stuff got leaked. The whole season actually got leaked, but Netflix got it taken down. I'm glad I didn't see anything. I'm glad TikTok didn't share any of that with me. I haven't seen anything that we weren't supposed to see. So I'm really excited about that. Because I want to watch it when it was intended to come out. All right. Anyways, enough about that. It had nothing to do with what I was talking about. So I think Olivia Colman will still be in this season. Am I Delulu? Probably. Am I going to be disappointed? Not disappointed. I think that the actress playing his aunt will do a good job where Olivia should be. I'm just, okay. I'm Delulu. It's fine. Love can't cure mental illness scene. I also think that it's gonna be, like the little things, like the fight between him and David, the family dinner with Charlie. I don't know if his grandparents are gonna be included. That's like a lot of new characters that they'd be bringing in just for very small scenes. Like they're just there for, this family dinner, and then I think this winter. So I don't know that they're gonna do that, but maybe I would really something that I'd be excited to see is Joe, who plays Charlie. Everybody knows that. Speak a little Spanish in front of his grandparents. Like I'd really like that. Like Tori doesn't know like any, and Charlie's kind of like okay at it. So I don't know. I'd really like that to happen. I don't see that happening, but I would love that to happen. Something I'd be excited to see. When he's talking to him on the phone and he's telling him that he needs to like talk to his parents about like his eating disorder, and Charlie says that he can't, and pretty much like stuff like that. Everybody's starting to worry about Charlie in the friend group, and then like struggling and fighting with his mom, his parents, but his mom mostly. And then I think the third episode, we do know it is called Talk because Netflix leaked it by when we got the clips. They put the episode names, the episode names with the episode they're in. So episode 3 is going to be called Talk. Obviously, we get them to be reunited after Nick's vacation, and we get the no kiss, hug first scene, which we've already seen. Very excited. It was really cute. And then Nick's birthday, we're getting that in that episode. We only know that we're getting it in that episode because the giraffe is them at the zoo. They are changing that because Nick's birthday was just his dad ditching them and then them staying in. So now it's going to be the whole Paris squad going to the zoo, which is pretty interesting. So we'll see other, like, I'm guessing other storylines and side characters, like stuff going on. I am basing off all my guesses off Nick and Charlie. This is not off of all the side characters and everything. This is just Nick and Charlie. So keep that in mind, please and thank you. I am very excited to see the scene where Charlie gives Nick back all of his hoodies. Which is silly. What a silly thing to be excited about. Also, don't mind how weird my hair looks. It is super humid in Michigan and I am dying. So this is what we're working with. All right. He has another talk with Charlie about being worried about him, and then helps him write down what he wants to say to his parents. And then I think it's gonna end with the episode having Charlie, Nick, and his parents all on the couch, and him like slowly starting to talk about what's on the paper, and then like it zoom out. I think it's gonna be pretty close to what's in the comic is zoom out image of all of them together, and then the music's gonna play over it, and then the episode's gonna end. So that's episode 3, Talk. And then episode 4, I'm going to guess is Journey because there is a chapter in volume 4 that is called Journey, and that fits in the J for this guess thing we got. So Journey. So this is where I kind of like start to get confused because they said the first half is pretty like dark and sad and everything, and then the second half's pretty like uplifting. But the way I'm guessing it, it is not that way. It's a very back and forth. Like it's a happy, sad, like kind of thing. So Heartstopper's really good at that, the happy and sad. So I think that's what we're gonna stick with. Maybe they didn't mean like split half and half. Maybe they meant like each episode has ups and downs, which is what they've always done. All right, Journey. I think that Charlie is gonna be waiting to get into a doctor, and then he's gonna have his relapse, which we know about happening, and all of this in the book Nick and Charlie talk about through journaling. I really hope they don't just talk about it through journaling. I obviously hope they actually show this stuff happening, but if they don't do hour-long episodes, I don't really know how they're going to fit all of that in. But we'll see. So mental hospital, Charlie going to the mental hospital. He got worse and ended up relapsing, and that's why he got put in the mental hospital. And then, like, I am excited to see the friend group support both Nick and Charlie through this. They don't, like, really know what's going on. They know that Charlie's, like, ill and, like, not mentally okay, but, like, they don't fully know, and they don't tell anyone at school or anything. And they don't go visit him, but Nick does, and they just, like, send him stuff. Yeah. So, like, I'm really excited to see Nick with the Paris squad without Charlie and them supporting him and Charlie, and then also having Tori support Charlie, and then the rugby lads knowing that Charlie's not there, trying to keep Nick cheered up, but not like knowing what's going on, why Charlie isn't there. So yeah. Episode 5 we know is called Winter. We've been spoiled with that one too. Because the New Year's Eve episode dance party thing that we got, the clip, was named Winter. So this is episode 4. I'm pretty sure 4 or 5 Alice said is her favorite episode. And if not all of them are 45 minutes to an hour long, this one has to be. This one has to be an hour long. Okay? I'll come for you guys. Not you guys, but like Heartstopper producers, directors, Alice. I will come for you. This is the most important episode to me. So episode 5. Winter. So I think it's going to be all of this winter. I think it's going to be like, all of this winter. And then it's going to like go into New Year's Eve. And it's going to end with the New Year's Eve party. So. And I'm most excited to see, yes, this is traumatic, but I'm most excited to see David and Charlie's talk. I know that it's like gonna trigger me pretty bad because I have family that's just like how David is, but
PTSD, trauma, generational trauma.
Also it means a lot to me because I relate. So yeah, that's what I'm most excited for. Also, Henry, we get Henry. Oh, I love puppies. I'm so excited for more puppies. Yeah. I don't have much else to say about that. And then we go into episode 6 and 7. So episode 6 is called Body. We know this is the last clip that we got that they spoiled. 6 was the episode for Charlie's birthday where we got the scene with Michael and the antique cat and the meow scene. Yeah, that leaked scene, or not leaked scene. The scene wasn't leaked, but they leaked the name of the episode. It was called Body. I'm thinking and then the next episode I think is called Together, based off of the comics. Episode 7, I think maybe they'll switch like my ideas for, I'm going to tell you my ideas for both episodes. I think that maybe Body will be about what I put for Together. I don't know. They could go either way. So Body, I put Solitaire events. I don't know that they're going to do anything from Solitaire. I would really like them to. I'd like them to do the kitchen scene, to show, that even though Charlie is doing better, he can still relapse and he can still have down moments, and Nick can sometimes fail. Like, that's allowed to happen. Also, that scene's super important for Tori and Michael, and then just like Tori and Charlie and Nick and Tori, and like everything is so important in Solitaire in that scene. So I really hope they keep that. And then we also know we're getting a Michael intro in that episode, Charlie's birthday, and then I'm gonna guess Jonathan Bailey's scene is gonna be in that episode as well. I also think this is gonna be another one that's an hour-long episode, because this is a lot already. And then I also know there's going to be side character plot going on. You know, they can't just do Nick and Charlie. They've never done just Nick and Charlie. There's Tao and Elle. There's Darcy and Tara. There's Imogen and Sahar. There's, I almost said Toby. Isaac and, what's Bradley's character's name? James. James. So it's like, there's so much extra. The teachers. There's so much extra going on that there's just like no way that simply just no way that they don't include those things in a longer episode. So and then I wrote for Together. Charlie's birthday was in this comic, but we already know that it's going to be in episode 6 body. So that's why I'm a little confused. Like I thought Together would be the episode where they're all together for Charlie's birthday, but I also wrote the first time they have the sex talk, which I thought was at Charlie's birthday. So I don't know. They drink, they get drunk, college talk. It's allowed, we're in love. So like my thoughts on those 2 episodes is I'm not really sure. Those are the things that I'm gonna think are gonna happen in those 2 episodes. I don't know which episode which. Like what's gonna happen in which. But yeah. And then episode 8, I think it's going to be Mr. Farouk talking to Charlie about becoming head boy, and then Sahar talking to Charlie about being in Queer Intentions. I think it's going to be the fair. I think it's going to be the uni trip with Elle, Nick, and Tara. I think that they're going to be fooling around. I'm not ready for the fooling around, guys. I'm not ready for it. I am just like physically not ready for it. And I cringed at some of the stuff they say in the books to each other because, you know, they're young. They're like 16, 17 years old. And we said those cringy things when we were younger too. But I'm not ready to hear Kit and Joe say these things to each other. I think that it's a loud we're in love thing. I'll be okay with that. That's cringy enough that I love it. But yeah, I don't know about some of the other stuff. I think episode 8 is going to be Head Boy invite, him performing at the fair, in the band, the college trip, sex, uni talks. And then it's going to end with, you know, Charlie and Nick looking up how far the college is from where they live. And I think it's going to end there. I know everyone doesn't want it to end there because that's like kind of a cliffhanger. It's not really though. It like ends where it should. And then we obviously, well, if you are on the Patreon, we obviously know where volume 6 will start. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm nervous because, you know, we're not going to get probably the final season. We know we're getting a season 4. Like, Netflix loves Heartstopper as much as we do. But we know we're not going to get it for at least 2 years. Like, Alice is going to be drawing the volume for the next 2 years. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they'll film like what she already has done soon, and then they'll come back to like when I think they're gonna do like a flash forward into the future when they're in college and stuff, and then like maybe they'll film that in like 2 years, and then they'll be older, you know. I don't know, because Kit keeps getting older looking. Joe does too when he has facial hair, but other than that, like he's just getting taller. Which I'm like, guys, can you both stop growing? I thought you were supposed to. I thought we were supposed. I can't talk today. Thought we were supposed to stop growing at 18. But both of them keep getting taller and stuff. And then I wrote, and that episode, I don't know what I think it's gonna be called either. Alone, alive, apart. These are some of the guesses. I have no idea. Things I'm excited for. The text between them, the journal entries if they do them, getting to know a little bit more about why Charlie's mom is the way she is. I hope they include that. If they don't, I get it. But yeah, the cousins in this winter, the cousins on the holiday with Nick, David being an asshole. I know I shouldn't be excited about that, but he just adds so much to the story. I don't know if they're going to do anything with Harry in this season because they don't in the books, so I don't think so. And then I think he's in Nick and Charlie, so I think that'll be in the final season. I think that he'll come back for that. But I don't know. They always surprise me with things. Nick getting his driver's license. Imogen's story. I'm really excited to see what they do with Imogen because she's not a character in the books. So I'm hoping she's going to be pansexual, to be honest with you. I'm really hoping she's going to be pansexual. I don't really need another bisexual. We have Sahar and we have Nick. I would love a pansexual. Although Michael is like candid pansexual, he's kind of just Michael. He's kind of just Michael. And I love Michael. I'm excited to see the actor that's going to play Michael. He did great in that one scene that we've seen. And like that gives me Michael. Like he gives off Michael so well. Like I don't care if he's not what we thought he would look like. I don't really care about that anymore. If he can act the part, which he did in that scene, like very believable, I'll be just fine. Speaking of Michael, I would love like an ice skating thing with all of them for Michael because yeah, he does speed skating, right? Yeah, speed skating. So the kitchen scene, I would absolutely love the kitchen scene in Solitaire. I don't know if we're gonna get it, but I would absolutely love that. I will be breaking down in front of the camera about it, but I would love it because it's just realistic. You know, I would love a scene with Isaac and Charlie, and Isaac explaining how he doesn't feel love in the sense of relationships as someone who's Arrow Ace or coming to terms with that and feels more love towards his friends. If you've read Loveless, Georgia has that kind of realization, and I just think that's beautiful, and I would love Alice to bring that to Heartstopper because we don't have a movie like Loveless. I would love Loveless to be made into a movie, but yeah, I think that the Georgia plot I would love to see for Isaac, that his love goes towards his friends and not in a romantic way. So yeah. Ellen Tao, I just want to see everything with Ellen Tao. I want Elle to do like a great painting or something. She's gonna be going to Lambert. That doesn't happen in the book, so very excited for that. I'm excited to see Tao kind of find himself without Elle. Like I want them to be together. Obviously, I don't want them to break up, but I do want him to find something he's passionate about. Which in one of the little teaser things that we got, Will talks about how Tao finally like find something. I think it's gonna be photography or filmography, and then maybe he'll end up at Lambert too. I would love that. I would love that because like he's artistic, just not in the same way as Elle is. So, and it's an art school, so I think arts can go very far. I think photography or filmography could be Tao's thing. Ferris wheel scene with Sahar and Imogen. So Layla, I don't know how to say her name, who plays Sahar, did an interview and said that if we liked the like Imogen freaking out on the Eiffel Tower scene, there's something similar that we're getting in season 3. And she was like, I probably shouldn't have said that, but I'm gonna say it. So I'm gonna guess that it's a Sahar and Imogen on the Ferris wheel, and like Imogen talking about her feelings and how Sahar like helped her realize things. I don't know if they're gonna be a couple, but I think that they might have like something, like a strong friendship and help Imogen realize her sexuality or something. I just think it's gonna be something. And then the Tori and Charlie Ferris wheel conversation. Alice said that it's not really delved into, but like we can see in the little like teaser that it is. So we also can see in the picture that they gave for the last episode, it's like Michael's hands on the picnic table. So we're gonna get the conversation of like Tori's avoiding me. She doesn't want to talk to me because I asked her if we're boyfriend and girlfriend. So excited for that. Darcy. Gender. Very excited for that. Tara helping them through their gender rediscovery. Mom story with Darcy. New name for Darcy. I'm excited to see where Darcy goes. Tara too. I would also like to see some dancing from Tara. Ballet. A little bit of ballet. I would like a conversation between Darcy and Elle about being trans and stuff like that. So I would love that. I really hope they include the food plan for Charlie and his eating disorder with his dad helping him with food plans and stuff like that, and like that kind of thing, because that's super realistic. I was told to do those things when I was in recovery, and I just didn't because my family like didn't even realize I had any eating disorder. So, anyways, I just struggled by myself. But I think that that's like super important to see that if you, it's a control thing. It's not for everybody. It's a control thing, but for Charlie and for me, it was a control thing. I mean, body dysmorphia, yes, but it's also the when everything feels stressful and out of control, it's like the one thing you have control of. And that's kind of how self harm is too, for a lot of people, mostly if you have OCD or ADHD, and I have both. So, yeah, I would love to see the food plan. That would be important to me. Him and his dad having like a connection on making meals together, that'd be really cool. Um, and then the ice skating, and then Tori and Michael. Alice said there would be a lot of Tori and Michael, and I just need that. So, yeah, I would take anything from Solitaire. I'm super excited for this season. It's going to be my favorite. I'm just really hoping the episodes are longer, and I'm hoping I don't cringe too much at all the sex stuff. I'm not a child, I swear, but the way that Alice writes it, it's like, ugh. And then I hope they do it like tastefully. Like they kind of did it tastefully in Young Royals. Um, but it's a little much for me in Young Royals. So I kind of hope that they take exactly what's in the comic and just do like flashes of like certain things happening and not fully like understanding what's happening. And then afterwards, they're like laying there and they're talking about it. I don't need to hear these boys moan. I do not need to hear these boys do anything that is going to make me uncomfortable. So I love Kit and I love Joe, but I'm not. That's much for me. That's much for me. Mostly when they're supposed to be 16, 17 years old. That is much for me. I know they're older than that. That's much for me. It was much for me in Young Royals. So, leave your predictions down in the comments below, and I will have the 4th episode coming out of me rewatching Heartstopper. YouTube really hates me. Netflix really hates me. So I have posted these, and if they've posted and they've gotten views and they've gotten likes, they've been getting taken down. I don't really know what to do about that after that. I'm kind of just letting YouTube do what it wants to do. So will there be videos up and then some not? I don't understand because my first one was up and they were like, it's fine. They blocked it and then they unblocked it and they said it was fine. It got views, it got likes. And then last week they just decided to block it and take it down. So I don't really know what to do about that. I don't want to edit it down anymore and I don't want to re-upload it. So I'm afraid. And then my second episode, no copyright, no nothing. I don't know. I don't understand that either. And then my third episode did get copyright and blocked again. And then now it's unblocked. And maybe in a month they're going to block it again. I don't know. So maybe I will try to re-upload them in the future. But right now I'm just trying to get them all out. And then if you guys can watch them, that's great. If not, and they get blocked after a certain amount of time, I may re-upload in the future. But I'm just trying to get them done. So anyways, that's my little rant about Netflix and copyright and YouTube. It doesn't make any sense to me, but yeah. So keep an eye out for episode 4. Thank you guys for all the love on the past episodes and the vlogs and everything like that. I'm just really excited for this like upcoming 2 months. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!